y'all. I wish I could say I made this, but I did not. But look at it. Isn't that pretty? Let me read on it and see what kind it was now. This is a Hershey chocolate cake. A Hershey chocolate. It was given to me today. I'm so excited. So, I fixed me a good cup of coffee. It's finally raining outside. It's drizzling. It's damp. I had a sleeveless on, and with it raining, I kind of got cold. I thought, oh, I'm kind of chilled. So I put on my old flannel shirt and heated up my coffee. And it's piping hot and it's black. And we're fixing to cut this cake. I'm going to see how it tastes. It is beautiful though, isn't it? It's so pretty. Let me turn you around a little bit where we can see just a tad bit better. Got me a plate out right here. And we're going to gently cut it. I just want a little thin sliver. Boy, that's so pretty. I hope I don't tear it up. It's 4 layers. There's the inside of it. It's not often that I get to have a cake that I don't make, so I'm excited. I still got on the doctor's pants today. Y'all, if you ever wear a pair of these, I'm telling you, they're addictive. Kind of makes me wish I had been a doctor. I could have worn doctor pants all day. I wouldn't have had to worry about what I was going to put on. Just put this on and go. I think they're wonderful. But my daddy told me that I was going to be a teacher. That's what he said. He said, Brenda, you're going to be a teacher. And I listened to him, and I'm glad I did. You know, daddies give advice, and when they do, they give it with love. Or my daddy did. Okay, taste time. Four-layer cake. And just as straight-sided, it looks so pretty. It's got little crunchies in it, like the chocolate, like they've grated chocolate in it. Or something's in it that had a little crunch to it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Me cutting across the cake this way like this makes me think of eating corn. My grandchildren, the other day I had some corn, and I was noticing how they were eating it. Some of them, when they're holding their corn, they turn it and eat all of it on this little bit. Then they eat all that little bit, and they go on down the thing, turning. I don't do that. And some of my kids eat the other way. I start one end, and I don't know if I start the big or the little. I think I start at the little end. But anyway, I start, and I eat all of this row like a typewriter. Then I turn it around and eat all that row. And then I go back in case I missed anything, because I love it. You know, I told y'all after I fixed that corn the other day, or tried to, and it was too hard, I couldn't fix it. I threw it out in the yard. Just not a kernel left on it. The squirrels and the bird have eaten everything off that ear of corn. I'm so glad I threw it out there for them. They loved it. So if you have any hard corn that's too hard, don't throw it in the trash. Throw it outside for the animals. They need to eat. Anyway, I think this is a beautiful cake, and it surely tastes delicious. I hadn't made a cake in a while. I need to be making one. I hate to eat this in front of you, but I'm going to. I've been sitting back there in my little office back there, and I've washed me off this door today. It's one of those doors that's, you know how you used to have swinging doors, but it's as wide as a regular door. I think it used to be a bathroom door in a building or something. And I washed it off. I've got it back there in my art room, and I'm going to paint on it. And so I've got it all clean, and in my mind, I'm thinking, what am I going to paint on it? And I've got some ideas coming up. So when I get to where I'm going with it, I will let y'all know. I used to have a friend in school. He was a fellow teacher. Her name was Lulu Merrill. Y'all may know her. Somebody out there may know her. And she would stand in the hall before the children came with the rest of us. All the teachers kind of stood by their door waiting on the children to come in. And she'd turn her handle of her coffee thing around like that, and she'd hold her coffee like this because she was keeping her hands warm. She would hold her coffee with both hands and just have it. And I remember that. Isn't it funny how we remember different things about different people? For instance, think about your mom and daddy. What do you really remember about them? I've noticed that I do this, and I don't know if y'all do or not, but when I think of my mother or my daddy, either one of them, I don't think about how they looked when they were younger and I was younger, like college age. I remember them, how they looked when they got old and was ready to go on to meet their maker. That's how I remember. George's mother used to always wear house dresses. I don't think I ever saw her in pants. She always wore dresses. And you know that little tiny flowery type, my son calls it flowery. I'll tell y'all a story about that in just a minute. But she had that little flowers all over it, like flower sacks. And she'd wear little dresses like that. And if she wore a solid color, she used to have beautiful brooches, and she would wear that. But her face and her hands, I remember her old. And she hung all her clothes out on the clothesline. She didn't have a dryer. And she always had clothes on there, too. I guess she washed every day. Here's the story I was going to tell y'all about Flowerty. It's funny. My son is a police officer. He drives a big old Harley. Well, anyway, somebody had done something. I don't know what they'd done, but anyway, they were running. The person that had did the crime was running away. And they went behind the building and around, and they was in town, and everybody was trying to get them and whatever. And somebody said, has anybody seen him? Blah, blah, blah. And so Dallas says, yes, he's on so-and-so street. He's got on a Flowerty shirt. Flowerty. So somebody started laughing on the other end and said, what does that mean? Because we always call Flowerty, like if something's got a lot of flowers on it, we call it Flowerty. She had on a Flowerty dress. Instead of saying she had a dress with flowers on, we just said, she had on a Flowerty dress, or he had on a Flowerty shirt. Anyway, they laugh at him because he's so country. He's so country. And I love him to pieces. I'm telling you, he can tell some tales. But anyway, I'm going to finish my cake. I'm going to go in there and turn it on that old time station and finish my coffee. I'm going to sip it. I'm going to eat it slowly because I know I can't have another piece. This is all I get for today. So I'll eat it slow. And maybe the next time I come on here, I'll have on a flowery dress. Bye.